It's all over. Arsenal have just won in the Santiago Bernabeu by 2-1 to make it 5-1 on aggregate and book their place in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. What a night. I mean, they put us through it, if we're being honest, at times. When we missed the penalty after 12 minutes, I've got to be honest, I feared the worst. I really, really did. I wondered if that maybe overconfidence shown by Bukayo Saka was going to cost us dearly in the end. And when the referee pointed to the spot to award Real Madrid a penalty just 11, 12 minutes later, I was fuming. I was furious. But thankfully VAR intervened. Thankfully the right decision was made in the end, and Arsenal were able to go back to square one and go again and build again. And in the second half, Bukayo Saka redeemed himself with a sublime finish to beat Thibaut Courtois and put Arsenal in front. But even then, even after that, we still made it difficult for ourselves by gifting them a goal. William Saliba making a mistake on the edge of his own penalty area. But by that point, you felt like it was going to be inconsequential. You felt that Arsenal's work in the first leg that had put them in this really great and commanding position, even though it didn't feel like it based on our nerves, was going to be enough at that point, and we were able to cruise in the end towards that all-important result. And then to see Martinelli score the way he did, to race through on goal the way he did, and to finish as confidently as he did here at the Bernabeu, just incredible. The away support, you can hear them right now, they're in great voice. They're going to be held back for a little bit. They're going to keep singing, I'm sure, long into the Madrid night. Bring on the celebrations, because this is a historic and iconic night. It's a coming-of-age performance in a lot of ways. I know people talked a lot about the first leg and described it as exactly that, but to come here and to go up against this team in this stadium with this atmosphere, with the whistling, the booing, the sort of cheering of every sort of decision that they got, every corner they won, particularly in the early stages, to manage that, to weather that storm, it was really, really telling about where this Arsenal team are nowadays. And this is a reminder, the fact that Arsenal have made the Champions League semi-finals, for me, is a reminder of how far we've come under Mikel Arteta. Yes, the Premier League campaign hasn't gone the way that we wanted it to, but there are reasons and explanations for that. This is where Arsenal are at. This is where Arsenal belong among Europe's elite, and we're in the last four of Europe's premier competition. 5-6 years ago, we couldn't have even dreamed of this. We were so far away from it. It was unbelievable. Yet here we are now in a position where we're going into a semi-final, and we will fancy ourselves against PSG. The only drawback, the only disappointment from tonight was that Thomas Partey picked up that booking. That means he's now going to be suspended for the first leg of that semi-final. But listen, we were never going to come through tonight completely unscathed. I think that was a realistic expectation that maybe some people had. Just amazing, a pleasure to be here, an honour to be here, and to cover a game of this magnitude and to get the result that we all wanted. I mean, wow, just what a night. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words, honestly. Every single one of them, to a man, was fantastic. Really, really good. David Raya, brilliant. Reassured as always in goals. Jurrien Timber was outstanding. How he didn't get a yellow card, I'm not sure. He did make a few questionable challenges. I did worry at certain points that he was going to end up in the book. William Saliba, with the exception of that one error that ultimately cost us that one goal, he was fantastic. Everything else he did was brilliant. And I talked about a coming of age performance from the team on the whole and in general. I think you have to say it was that for him as well. He was marshalling that back line. He was telling them when to squeeze up, telling them when to drop deep. He took on the mantle that Gabriel normally of course takes on, because he is the senior centre-back now in that pairing. Maybe not age-wise, but certainly in terms of his status in the team. Jakub Kiwior, again, fantastic. It goes to show what a run of games playing in your preferred position of left centre-back can do for you. He was incredible. Lewis Skelly, I mean, the balls on that kid to pick the ball up in left back at times and just drift into midfield and carry it through line after line of Real Madrid defence is just amazing. Partey, magnificent again. Martin Odegaard had a bit of a disappointing night for me. Gave the ball away stupidly on a few occasions, picked the wrong passes at times, didn't always have the right level of execution, but again worked tirelessly. Defensively he was great. Declan Rice, oh, just what a performance from him. You know, we were waxing lyrical the other day about his free kicks and his set piece ability and all the rest of it. Today we saw the old Declan Rice in terms of him being sort of primarily that dominant defensive force, and that's what he was today. Carried the ball for us at times, was a great outlet as well. Bukayo Saka, I was frustrated with him at half time. I'm not going to lie, I was really frustrated with him because I felt he had an opportunity to put the tie to bed, to not make it an uncomfortable remainder of the game, and instead he opted to try and produce and create that iconic moment, maybe for himself. I'm not saying he's a selfish guy or anything like that, but you know, maybe he just got a little bit carried away. He makes a mistake, Courtois saves it, but that's how you bounce back. You go out in the second half and you put it right, and that's exactly what he did. Gabriel Martinelli, outstanding, worked tirelessly down that left hand side, helped out so much defensively as well, but then gets that goal to cap off the performance. And we've argued all season, haven't we, that he hasn't done that enough. He managed to do it here tonight, on a night that really matters. And I've left this guy till last because for me he was the man of the match. Now that might not be a popular opinion, because I think if you look at some of the tangibles you might not come to that conclusion, but I thought Mikel Merino today was outstanding. Defensively he was great, he helped out on set pieces, he dropped deep when we needed him to, he held the ball up top when we needed him to, played a sublime pass for Bukayo Saka's goal, and had a really, really good game. A fantastic Arsenal performance, a historic night. Going to finish up work and then go and enjoy it in the city centre for sure. We've witnessed something very, very special tonight in the Bernabeu. Arsenal are through to the semi-finals, and yeah, let's all enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.